This fat boy was on his first business trip to India, unintentionally found a little beggar. He was following him pathetically, so the fat boy took out a few coins from his pocket. When he gave the coins to the beggar,
Here's 50 paisa. Buy yourself some WD-40.
however, the fat boy couldn't think of anything. The little beggar understood his insulting words and threw his alms of coins to the ground. After a while in the airport toilet, the fat boy suddenly realized that the little beggar just now, surprisingly, he followed it here again strangely. The fat boy angrily put away the newspaper, ready to go to teach this greedy beggar when the beggar suddenly burst out of force, directly put down the man weighing 800 pounds. After that, the fat boy was dragged out of the toilet by force. The camera turns. The fat boy took a flight and landed at the airport. The fat boy, accompanied by the hotel waiter, stunned, walks into the guest room. The waiter diligently carries in the luggage and waits for the fat boy to tip him. This time, however, the fat boy turned his back on him. He had no intention of tipping. The waiter had no choice but to accept his misfortune. Then he turned around and walked out of the room. The fat boy sat down on the bed, out of breath, like a deflated ball. Blood began to flow inexplicably from his body, instantly staining the white hotel sheets, and his eyes turned red strangely. The next day the police arrived at the hotel. There were no traces of a struggle at the scene, nor did they find the fat boy infected by the virus. Only a set of fingerprints was found on the bed sheet. They looked like they belonged to a child. They didn't know where they came from. That's when they learned the shocking news. There was an American businessman, Bryce, 3 weeks ago. He died in the same manner as the fat boy at the hotel. When looking at Bryce's autopsy report, it was discovered that he weighed 238 pounds. His passport showed a weight of 205 pounds. There was a difference of 33 pounds. Unfortunately, the fat boy's body had been cremated. Dana was sure he would have weighed 33 pounds more as well, and it must have been the smaller man who killed them. He had free access to their bodies, similar to some kind of parasite like a stowaway. That's why the fingerprints are as small as a child's. Meanwhile, a man applied for a job as a janitor at an elementary school. He accepts a very low salary and is accepted. But the principal could never have imagined the man's appearance hid another identity: the little Indian beggar who attacked the fat boy.